break down how you can use psychology to write better characters with an LMHC who loves to write. Today we're discussing the 8 methods of behavior modification. Usually these are used in discussions about animal training or how to get your kids to behave, but today, for the sake of our how to use these in your creative writing context, we're going to talk about how you can use them to take care of your bad guys. Method 1 is pretty simple. Adventurer shows up. Adventurer sees beholder. Problem gone. Method 2 is the least effective form of behavior modification. If the adventurers show up and put the beholder in jail every time the beholder tries to conquer a town, if the beholder gets out of jail, do you think the beholder is going to hesitate to try and conquer another town? No, it hasn't actually learned anything. Alright, this one's confusing, so follow me on this. Method 3 is negative reinforcement. Negative means removal. Reinforcement means you want the behavior to keep happening. So for example, this adventurer has cast a spell on this beholder to give it a constant migraine at all times. But if the beholder then does a desired behavior, such as using its magic to heal somebody, the adventurer removes the migraine spell. Method 4, extinction, is ignore the behavior until it goes away on its own because it's not getting a reaction anymore. If this beholder is just constantly going to try and annoy the adventurer is just going to ignore it, not feed into it, and walk away until eventually the beholder stops. Number 5, train an incompatible behavior. You want to replace the behavior you don't want to happen anymore with something that is impossible to do at the same time. So for example, this beholder has been pew-pewing his eye stalks on villagers. You're going to train this beholder to instead pew-pew at this one singular thing. Let's say it's a magical diamond, and the beholder thinks if he stops to pew-pew other things, something terrible is going to happen. Incompatible behavior. You can't pew-pew people if you're pew-pewing this diamond at the same time. Number 6. My adventurer has trained the beholder to only pew-pew with his eyeballs when he gets the specific cue of my adventurer snapping her fingers. And then my adventurer never snaps her fingers again. Number 7, shape the absence of behavior. If my beholder is doing literally anything else besides pew-pewing people, my adventurer is going to give the beholder a treat. Literally anything else that is normal and harmless, the adventurer is going to give them a treat. Make it more desirable to not be pew-pew. Lastly, find out why they're pew-pewing people in the first place and make them not want to do that anymore. Fulfill whatever unmet need they have.